As our church regathered for on campus in person worship beginning 3 weeks ago, I chose to preach a series called Growing Through Disruption. And I focused on Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther and their stories of how God worked in them in the midst of an ongoing disruption. And there were some great lessons in that. Um, there are a lot of things that we can learn through the disruption. As I was reading the Bible this morning on our Bible reading plan to read through the Bible in a year, side note, I hope that you who are associated with Lakeshore are joining us on that journey. If not, I encourage you to find some kind of Bible reading plan to help you read the Bible regularly. And a side note, but I was reading this morning, and the reading is in Second Chronicles. Probably the verse most people know out of Second Chronicles is from chapter 7, verse 14. It says, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land." But what really struck me today as I was reading through this was my reading began in the previous chapter and Solomon's prayer of dedication for the temple that he has built with the stuff that his dad, King David, had provided for the building of the temple. And God comes to him and God tells him that he has heard his prayer and he's going to inhabit that place. And he has chosen that place for himself. And then God says this to him: "When I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send pestilence among my people." In other words, when disruptions come, disruptions are going to be a part of our lives. But God didn't stop there with Solomon. It's then that he comes to that verse that we know, so many of us know, if my people. When this happens, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, that's the first step, to humble ourselves, to pray, to seek God's face, to worship God, to know God, to be personal with God, and we will turn from our wicked ways. Then, so here's the then part of the if-then statement, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. So when the disruptions in life come, and they're going to come, they've been coming for centuries. When they come, if you will be humble, pray, seek God, turn from your wicked ways. Any sin is wickedness in the eyes of God. So if we'll turn from there, then, God says, he will bring healing. I don't know what your disruption is other than the one we're all sharing together right now. But all of that struck me today. I offer it as a word of encouragement to you to know that you're not alone. We're all facing disruptions in life. But God has a plan for us when we face them. If we'll turn to him, then he can answer, then he can bring response. Here's one thing I want to warn us against. Don't dictate to God how he has to respond. God says then he will hear from heaven and he will forgive sin. He's going to do that, and he will heal the land. We can't tell God how he heals. We can't tell God exactly what that looks like. We might like to, but that's up to God. But disruptions come, whatever your disruption is at the moment. Maybe many of you personally, you're okay. It's just you're sharing this global disruption, but maybe you're not. God says, when you're in those, call out to me, seek my face, turn from your sins. Then I will hear and I will heal. Hey, let's all do that together. And we'll take God at his word that God can bring healing in his time. God bless you. Have a great day.